Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jim Run, and today we're going to be looking at what in the world is the Plague Kingdom Wars. I want to thank the developer for giving me the key for this one, and I want to also mention to disregard if my voice sounds a little bit weird. I have a tremendously painful throat ache since my girlfriend got me sick, so we'll see how this goes. Plague Kingdom Wars. This is in early access. It actually releases today after a few hours of making this video, but it's probably going to be up by the time this video airs. And it's developed and published by Reverie World Studios, which have also brought us the Medieval Kingdom Wars, Star's End, which is a completely different separation of all the other games that they've brought us, but all of them have had quite of a mixed review, so we'll see how this one does. There's definitely a lot of improvement that can be had, and admittedly I haven't played the rest of their games, but from what I can see, at least, they're very similar. And pretty much the same mechanics and all this stuff. I would consider this more of a DLC / expansion pack on the Kingdom Wars universe. And that can be a bad or a good thing. That's probably going to be determined by the player and whoever's interested in these games. But first things first, as usual, we're going to look at the options menu. Here we are. Excellent ultra-wide resolution. I'm going to say that off the bat. There's no distortion, there's no artifacting. There is a small issue that I'm going to show on the skirmish map here real quick, actually in the skirmish menu before we go into the game. But aside of that, ultra wide resolution is perfect. You have a few options for the visual settings. As you can see, I've turned a few things down because the performance of the game is, simply put, not good. And I will expand on that, especially on the campaign, which plays a lot like Total War, if you've played a Total War game. I'm not going to spend too much money on the campaign because of the performance issues, but we're going to get to that, absolutely no doubt. We do have a few options here. They're kind of clunky, but there's method to the madness. So on the bottom, you have the audio quality stuff. I've turned everything down a little bit. The voice acting is okay. There's not a lot of lines that have been recorded, however, so you're going to be hearing the soldiers saying the same thing over and over again. It's going to get very, very annoying quickly. So what I found myself doing is I actually almost completely turned down my speakers when I play the game. And I've played a few hours now, so it's either that or completely turning down the voice. And sometimes it's important because they may say something is happening that you haven't caught on yet, but keep an eye on that one. Sound and music, nice to see everything separated. A master slider would be nice, would be a nice addition. Other than that, it's functional and it works fine. You have a few more options here, and profanity filter was on by default. I turned that off because I don't give a fuck about that. And then you have some graphical options, model quality, anti-aliasing, water quality. I'm going to turn that on high. Draw distance, shadow quality, and camera settings. I don't know what this is, the camera settings. I did put it on performance. No idea what that does, but we're going to accept that. Water quality. The game is definitely sub 60 FPS, even with the VSync on. If I turn VSync off, there's going to be a lot of tearing, so I'm going to keep that there. I'm not going to fuck with the VSync on, but I want to start off with a little bit of a skirmish so I can get to the gameplay here and pretty much show everybody what this looks like. Too lazy to name. Yes, that's the best part of this game, actually. And we have a few map options here. We got Hamlet, Norwich, Paris. I have a few options, so we're gonna go to Paris because I like Paris. Now, Team 1 and Team 2 is the default. There's no other way, as far as I can see, for now at least. You have 2v2, which is pretty nice, I would say. I have my AI on medium on the games that I've played, and the enemy AI on easy. It almost seems like the easy AI is actually a little bit smarter than the medium AI. What my AI will do most of the time is they're just going to sit with a bunch of archers on the walls and do nothing while I go out and pretty much destroy the enemy. So, not very fun. You have a time limit, you have a season. Seasons do affect the gameplay on the winter. Production and everything is going to be a lot lower, so definitely keep an eye out on that. Resources, these are the resources you start out with. I like high. I always did it that way in all my RTS games. And you have the victory rules, total annihilation, casualties of war, and town flag capture. So this is the first problem that I saw. Boom, right here. Now, first of all, when I try to change my people, if I'm down here, it's not going to change. So as you can see, I can't pick Hungary, but I can pick the Teutonic Order, or Sweden for that matter. So that's kind of annoying. I have these people here. They're going to be down. You can hit the down button and click them that way, but then when you hit enter, the chat opens up, which is pretty silly. So I'm sure that's going to be addressed. It's pretty much a bug. Hopefully the developer sees this and addresses it soon. And then you have defending, attacking, attacking. I like this mechanic. You're always on a castle though, so whoever's defending pretty much technically has the upper hand. So let's start this new game and see what it looks like. As far as I'm concerned, this is the only image that I've seen. But I do like it. Actually, this one may be different. I appreciate the Renaissance art. Renaissance art is one of my favorite things to look at. I am simply amazed by Renaissance art. So, playing games from this time period, which technically is medieval, but this is Renaissance art here, it always makes me feel nice about it. So, here we are. The shadows look horrendous because I did turn them down in order to save some performance, but it doesn't actually matter. First concern I have about the game, the rotation, first of all, rotates the minimap. That's an option that you can make in the game, which is 2020 already, and strategy games don't allow that. I don't understand why. But when I move the map a little bit with my mouse, it kind of works in the way that I want it to, but if you press the directional keys, the WASD keys, there's going to be a massive jump each time. So when I go like that with my mouse, it's perfect. It works fine. But otherwise, it's very frustrating. In the campaign map, it actually doesn't work this well when I move with my mouse. It will center to whatever it wants to. So that's kind of annoying. You can't actually fine control it, which I'm nitpicking on this one, but this is what this whole series is about. For the most part, I do use the WASD keys to navigate though. How does this game play on the skirmish? Well, you have a bunch of building plots here and in a few more spaces in the map. What you want to do is pretty much build the resource buildings back here and then the military buildings up here, and kind of mix it up with upgrade buildings as well. Half of these belong to your teammate and the other half belong to you, and you can see on the colors here, this is how you can differentiate whether or not these belong to you. These are your walls. You can upgrade them and actually add a second layer in most maps, not all of them. And that layer can be brick or stone, actually. And here is your enemy. You have two enemies, as always. They're easy, but hopefully you'll see what I mean by them being a little bit smarter than the medium AI. That was always a problem with Battle for Middle-earth, actually. Every time I set the enemy or my ally to medium, after a while they just stopped producing units. I'm sure it was kind of like a bug, but we're going to start playing. when you click on the building plot, you have three categories. You have military building, town building, and industry building. Industry is the one you want to do if you want to build resources. So a mill will produce food, and pretty much you can go by the name and everything. The most important one that you want to build is a lumber camp. So that's the first thing I want to do, is build my resources up. We're going to do sawmill, lumber, and then we're going to do, where is it? Forager, because we need food. And then we're going to do a barn, so we can have food and wood. Wood and food and silver are the primary ones for building up armies, as well as stone if you go for the advanced units. Let's see, we're going to build a silver mine because we need the gold. This is my teammates, I can't build that. You can upgrade the units as well to increase the production and health and everything. And we're going to do hunter. We did a forager and a barn. We did a silver mine. We did a lumber mill. Did we do a mill? I think we did. Masonry. I'm gonna do a stone mine. I don't think I did a stone mine. And up here we're gonna do, actually let's make the military buildings now. This is the build outer stone keep upgrade. Yes, we're gonna do that. We have enough stone, which is awesome, and hopefully we'll see that unveil. Oh, it's just doing it here. Okay, well, that's fine and dandy. This is a building plot here. We're gonna do a keep. Every time I've done this, the keep pretty much annihilates everything with the units that it produces, so it's gonna be a little bit easier. Archery. We're gonna do an archery. Last time the enemy had walls. I don't know if they still have walls now and they're not visible. There's a weird bug in the campaign where I'm actually going to be able to see the enemy units on the minimap, but I'm not going to be able to see them on what I'm looking at here, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Let's see what we're doing here. Is this stone wall? We are actually out of stone, so we're not going to do that. Oh, this is for the inside anyway. We're not going to give a fuck about that. Now there's a building plot here. I want to... These are upgrades for your units. As far as I'm concerned, I never actually had to use them. So we're going to create a... let's see, mint, we have that. Let's do a hunter's lodge, because why not? Now, I have a complaint about the game. First of all, it has to do with the performance. It's not good. Not at all. Especially in the campaign map. I actually had to stop playing because I got tired of all of the interruptions and the stuttering and the freezes, which can't quite last for some time. So the developers definitely need to look into the performance a little bit more, because it's not beautiful. It's not very nice. So right now it's performing decently. I don't think the game is so graphically advanced that it actually needs to perform this poorly. But I'm actually taking my time with it a little bit here, and there's no sieges yet, so that's pretty cool. Toggle gate. Can I close? Ooh, I can build a oil pot. Okay, so I'm gonna close the gate in order the enemy decides to attack. Although they don't have any units left, so I'm not really worried about that. As you can see, the ultra-wide is perfect. There's no issues besides that one in the skirmish menu. And I'm definitely willing to forgive that. That's definitely not a big deal. Now, aside of the performance issues and the camera issue, there was a stutter there. It's gonna get a lot worse, actually. It will get a lot worse. You can fast forward by time and a half. You can't do 2 unless you're in the campaign. The campaign can actually do 2. I don't want to talk too much about the campaign now, but the campaign actually doesn't even have rounds. It's real time for the whole thing, which is trippy. I thought I was building an archery unit here. Let's see. There we go. One thing I'm not a fan of is this. It can be quite annoying to figure out what is what. It took me a little bit of time in the beginning, but as I kept playing, it got a little bit easier, but it is not optimal, I would say. I would actually prefer a little bit more simplistic menu or something that pops up here. I understand this is a formula that the games have been following, but this is almost what, 7-year-old formula now, so I would expect a little bit more refinement, especially in the mechanics of the game. This game is very familiar and very similar to the other games that have come out from the developer. On one hand, I'm actually really glad that it gives me this... here's the enemy. The ally units. On one hand, I'm actually happy that it gives me this vibe of the first Battle for Middle-earth. It's not my favorite RTS. My favorite RTS is the second Battle for Middle-earth, as well as the Rise of the Witch King expansion. And those had free building RTS elements for the building of the town. You didn't actually... On the first Battle for Middle-earth, you actually had the same limitation here. You had to build the units, the buildings in building plots. Whereas in the second game, you had the freedom to do whatever you want and build in whatever you want to. So that's what I would have liked to seen in the game. But this is the direction that the developer wanted to go towards, and I respect that. You can fully man the walls. As you can see, my allied AI has already begun to do that. On the keep, we can produce a few units, so we can do these guys. These are a little bit different because I haven't played as this faction yet, so we're gonna do this. And can you set a waypoint here? And then with the archery range, we are gonna build one of these and one of these. Maybe one of these too. And we're also gonna set the waypoint here. I'm about to exit my gate and attack the enemy, and pretty much guaranteed to win after all my units are built. But this is gonna give me a good insight of how bad the performance is on this game. We're gonna upgrade this. Ah, shit. Does it stop production? Oh. Never mind. I forgot it's instant. So there we go. We're gonna upgrade this. Can't upgrade it again. That's fine. This plays very well like Total War. But I have noticed that the unit pathing is not optimal. It's not smooth either. It doesn't feel smooth at all, because when I'm trying to order a set of units to re-attack or attack something else, they have to freeze. The animation is kind of wonky. They have to freeze, and then they have to step back and reform their positions again and then attack, which is really strange. I would have just liked to see them just attack. But besides that, the archers are actually very overpowered. They're gonna gut down all your units very, very quickly. This is just one unit not attacking very well, but these are the ladders here. This bug is not present on the skirmish from what I can see. I couldn't see the enemy units on my minimap. I can only see them when they come into full view, so what I actually have to do is start sending my units outside. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to toggle the gate so it opens. Oh my god, the performance is just... This is normal for the game, and it's unfortunate because it's... What are we looking at here? Like 5 FPS. This needs to be resolved. Absolutely needs to be resolved. I brought down my graphics, and I I'm running a respectable rig. I'm running a 3800X Ryzen, and then I'm also running a 2070 NVIDIA GPU. So with 32 gigs of RAM, I definitely have the resources to handle this because older computers of mine have handled a lot bigger scale battles than this, especially when it comes to Total War. So I don't understand. Maybe if I bring down the fast forward, that kind of helps a little bit. Actually, it helps a lot. I wasn't sure if it was going to help as much as it did. But as you can see, my allied unit, my allied AI is not doing so hot at defending me. We're just going to defend the main gates here. And if I dare say have more archers in order to attack these fuckers here. Maybe I should have never opened up the gate, but I'm willing to accept the consequences. Consequences? Where are my archers? What I like about this game is this here. You can actually select all types of your units by a quick thing here, which is really, really nice. Absolutely love this. You can select your infantry, your melee infantry, and have them attack a certain unit. You can quick select your archers, and the more units you have, the more of these show up. Like you can do siege weapons, cavalry, and all that stuff, which is perfect. I commend the developer for this one. Excellent choice. And then down here are your units, of course. We're gonna send him here to start attacking people. Here's my AI just doing fuck all, as usual. Oh, there you go. Nice of you to attack these people. We are definitely winning this. But the performance, we're not winning the performance. I will be the first one to admit. You can't really zoom in either as much as you can in Total War games. But it's not entirely pretty, in all honesty, so you wouldn't want to zoom in too much. And for this performance hit, I would have liked to see a little bit more polish. The game definitely needs a lot of polish. So hopefully that is brought soon. Can I exit and try to attack these people? I'm just letting these people come through if I do that. Also, trying to attack the enemy units can get quite finicky, because as you can see, that's an enemy unit there and I can't attack it. Maybe because it's disbanding, but it's still, I would still like to have the ability to attack the unit. And now we're gonna notice, let's see, the difficulty with unit formation. When I order them to go outside, as you can see, these blue dots jump around a lot, and these guys are going whatever they want. Also, to my surprise, by default, the archers will be in the front of the line, which is really, really weird. You don't actually want that in a battle situation. You want the archers to be protected. And why are these guys going this way? So, these units are in here. These are archers, that's fine, but these are the melee units from what I can see, right? No, these are bowmen. But they, these guys are trying to go through the wall here. It just makes no sense, really. I would just like to see a little bit more of an intelligent approach to the units doing what they're supposed to. We're gonna try to go in here because that's the only way I can order all of my units to exit the castle. And then hopefully I'm gonna close down the walls. It shouldn't take much more for me to defeat the enemies here. And as you can see, I can't attack these people. I'll turn this back down. I'm not able to attack this. Why? Why am I not able to attack them? Once they stop, they're going to attack them automatically. And that is a lot of arrows. Hopefully that's just the final blow. Here we go. Boom. Okay, so they did build a wall, which is interesting. Let's see, can I... What I actually have to do is build a siege unit, so it builds me some ladders, and we're gonna do that here. Let's not. Military siege workshop. I can either build trebuchets or I can build ladders. My god, look at this. The camera actually goes back. It doesn't want me to keep going forward. You can't really destroy the gates. I mean, you kinda should be able to. As you can see, its health is brought down a little bit, but it's just nonsensical when I try to attack the gate. The archers are not really showing me that they're attacking the gate. There we go, performance. Hopefully it doesn't crash. But then you have all the people just going around. You have the performance just being very sluggish. It's just not pretty. And what I can actually do is pretty much have my archers attack everybody inside. And my ally is finally outside of the gate and is attacking the enemy unit, which is really nice. So we're gonna wait this out and see how it goes. Obviously, I don't know where these guys are going. The rest of the unit is here. They're going that way. It's really difficult. Oh, there, we brought down the gate. Nice. Let's all go in. Penetrate them. This is pretty much over. Oh, we already killed the enemy archers there. Okay, that was pretty fast. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna order my archers to attack the enemies in the back here, and it shouldn't take long for them to kill them. I didn't even need the siege really, but since I did build it, I am gonna upgrade it, and then maybe upgrade it one more time. And then bring out some escalades. No, not the car. I'm going to set the archery range out here as well as the keep. I'm going to upgrade the keep. I'm going to upgrade the archery as well. I wonder what the maximum is. I never actually reached the maximum. Always run out of resources. Okay, that should be fine. Here we go. Oh, they're actually attacking. Alright. We're gonna get surrounded here, so we had better defend ourselves. You guys can keep attacking there.
Longbows, string them. Try havoc, sir. Its battle comes unbidden. Templars, stand ready.
Yeah.
Longbows, be alert.
Not very hard. I think what the developer needs to look into ASAP is the performance of the game. After that, it's going to be smooth sailing. The formula is still the same, which, again, it can be a bad or a good thing depending on, as a fan, what you would have liked to see. It does bring a new element in the game from what I've noticed, and that is the zombies. What I mean by that is you can actually, in the campaign, enable the infected mode, the DLC, in order to turn dead people into zombie hordes that everyone needs to kind of work together in defeating, which is really, it's unique. I like it, for sure. We're gonna destroy the enemy manor here, so we can kind of raise down the town and pretty much defeat the enemy. There we go. Enemy 1 is down. Let's focus our efforts onto the second enemy now. Probably gonna make some more archers, and then a couple more of these units. Some more crossbowmen too, why not? for good measure. So this is what I'm talking about, the enemy formation. Like, I told them to attack here. The archers are on the front, and the melee units are still just fucking chilling in the town. Not very good. Not very good. This is the second time I ordered them to attack, so hopefully this time they actually do their bidding. I'm gonna have the ladders, the escalades, go into the wall so we can actually climb it. So these guys are dead. We're gonna try to go and hopefully go inside and let's see. Maybe attack the manor. Hopefully this works. Here's my other units. Ooh, okay, I'm definitely good on reinforcements. I am gonna bring him here though, and I'm gonna have him attack the siege workshop, for example. Okay, we don't need the escalades because we can actually just make our way into the city. There we go. War of the Archers. Wow. Yeah, and these are higher level too, so they're kind of annihilating the enemy here. Here we go. We should probably end this in no time. We're almost done. Just attack the manor. Oh wow. And there they go. This is an example of the enemy just walking back. Why? Why are they going on the wall? I'm telling them to attack the manor. So this brings back Halo Wars vibes where you can't actually send your units exactly where you want to send them. Which, yeah, it sounds weird. Because it is. Just attack the manor. Here we go. It's still... They're still acting up, which is very frustrating. We're going inside the gate here. Performance has improved a little bit because I did get rid of one of the AIs. So hopefully it stays that way. I can't move the camera anymore. There we go. What's the... Oh, 1 health. 1 HP. Just bring it down. Just bring it down. Alright, so... I can't actually put my camera in there, so I have to rotate it, and... Hopefully this enemy is going to be dead soon as well. There we go. Finally they listen to me. Maybe I have been spoiled by... There we go. Ah, when did I kill chickens? Save the city. Awesome. We win. It wasn't that hard. My AI ally was on medium, and then the enemy was on easy. What are you going to do? I want to show some of the campaign a little bit and the performance issues that I've been running into. I'm going to load it here, and then we're going to wrap the thoughts up. This is the same picture, which is kind of sad. Hope they add some more Renaissance art to the loading screens. It's one of my favorite things about this game, actually. And I like the atmosphere as well. Renaissance art is amazing. You can't beat it. So, here are a few things that I've gathered from the game. It needs a lot of polish. Definitely needs a lot of polish. I don't know if the other games from the creator have been performing the same way, but this is the first game I played from the series, and performance is not really that great. One thing I do appreciate that kind of put me into the mood to play the campaign is having Greece here and all of the Greek towns and all this stuff. And when you're actually picking the Byzantine Empire, all the heroes that you choose have Greek names, which is really, really nice. Hopefully they'll hire some voice actors in order to record some Greek lines. Developers, if you want some Greek lines recorded, my voice acting is not amazing, but I can give you some Greek voice acting, so definitely let me know. Wow, these people are infected here. That sucks. So this plays exactly like Total War only there's no turns. And I think that's a downfall for the game, because most of the performance issues are coming from the game having to calculate moves that the AI needs to take. So this is Europe. You have a little bit of Africa here as well. And then you go into Russia and whatnot. So this is really, really nice. I like the accuracy of the map. You got Italy here. Moving to Spain, Valencia, Toledo, and everything. So that's nice. It's really nice. Got Portugal here, which is cool. Kind of tells you what country you're in as well. Normandy. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. I think the game needs turns. I don't think you can do the whole free roam. Everyone moves whenever they want. It helps with the resources as well, because right now I'm actually in the negatives in the resources, even though I built some resource buildings. It is winter, so it is going to be a little bit affected. It's going to be a little bit tougher as well. But for example, I'm just going to hit play here. The seasons move. I don't know if this is supposed to be cut off here, but it is. When you click on your units, I feel like this is unnecessarily large, taking a little bit of the more of the screen that I would like it to. But right now what I'm doing is I've kind of hit a stalemate, because I'm waiting for these guys to heal in order for me to proceed. Now, it's going to be really impossible for me to attack a town and take it. Athens or... okay, that was a lag spike. Patra or Athens and everything is going to be a little bit more difficult for me to attack them, because my units are not that strong. They are, however, powerful when it comes to numbers versus numbers. So far I took these two towns, and it wasn't really hard. I just had my archers rain down arrows on the enemy, and that seemed to work. That's how I've been kind of winging it so far. My melee units definitely need to be healed. You can fast forward ×2, but that doesn't really do much. There's the lag spikes again. I'm not sure why the optimization is so low. It definitely boggles the mind a little bit, and it does get in the... Oh, okay, so these guys are coming here. It does get in the way of enjoying the game. Definitely does. So I understand this is early access. I want to see what these guys fucking do. Okay, I'm gonna move my units back to Ioannina, which is my central town. Are they gonna attack it? Oh, the sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches. Don't you dare. What are they gonna do at Eurocastro? Okay, so we moved into another season. Are they actually gonna attack me? We're not 100%, bro. So I move to the edge a little bit, and as you can see, huge chunks of the camera can be moved. If I do W with side, it's going to be the same thing. I can kind of fine tune it a little bit more with my right click, so that's fortunate. But this is pretty much a raw look of the game. Hopefully this didn't drag a little bit. It dragged a little bit shorter than I wanted it to. My final thoughts is that it needs a lot of polish. The performance is horrendous. It does need to be addressed ASAP. It's the main factor of why I'm pretty much withholding myself from investing in the game and spending too much time on it, because I don't want it to be like this. I'd like to be a little bit more smoother. I don't know exactly how it's going to happen. I'm not a game developer, but I certainly understand the difficulties that game developers come across when it comes to the development of games. But I'm a fan of the Greek stuff, obviously. I like that it gives me the vibes of the first Battlefield Middle-earth. It's my second favorite RTS game First favorite being the second series, of course. And I like there's a certain variety in the units. It's not tremendous, but it works. It has the variety it needs. And I do also like the concept of fighting the zombies in the end, the infected, because after all, this does take place during the Black Plague, or the inception of the Black Plague, rather, which is really nice. Really, really nice. So, yeah, the Plague Kingdom Wars. It is available as of today on Steam. I don't know the price yet because when I started playing, this wasn't released. So I'll probably add it in the description. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I actually enjoyed the game. So hopefully they fix the performance issues. But other than that, hope to see you in the next one. Peace.